recently, and regarding their improvement in English in terms of spoken as well as written and reading and writing in IELTS. So I have
Mhm.
down some questions where I thought maybe I should consult some expert who is teaching internationally. So maybe if you don't mind giving me some tips regarding
Yes.
such matters.
So main concern is it's like grammar never work out. Okay. So grammar, of course, grammar is required, but hardly 20% grammar works out. So 80% you have to make them read out loud, or you can think them out loud. These two contexts will be much helpful. Make them read
Sure,
out
sure.
loud, or else
So,
example
sir,
you
as
just
per your
ask
experience,
question.
the way you have been
Yes,
teaching, like
yes,
online, do you
yes.
think online is
Yes.
more effective compared to, uh, classroom exercises?
Yes, so it depends on activities. Yeah, so you just let him or her engage in variety of activities. Then only one could speak. It is not simply teaching grammar doesn't work out. Yeah, whether it is a
Okay.
board game or quiz or storytelling. Yeah, so
So, is it
something.
compulsory to learn grammar while learning the spoken English? Like, do we have to learn grammar, English grammar?
Yes, obviously one should learn.
So, if as a student, is it difficult for a student in student's experience to learn grammar?
Yeah, obviously grammar is really difficult because variety of rules you have to remember, and the one who is already in academics they know grammar, it's fine. Or very beginner means it takes long time to learn the grammar. Remembering rules is difficult, right?
Right, right.
Yes.
So on an average, how long does a normal student takes to learn English? Like 3 or 4 months, or maybe 6 months in your experience?
Actually, it's completely like love towards the language. If one is really passionate, 2 months more than enough. And it's like casual learning means it takes around 3 to 4 months. But one is really having passion to learn, 2 months are more than enough.
So, sir, how would we generalize? Like, what is the proven best way to learn English?
Yeah, that's what proven best way means. Some grammatical exercises also in the background one can do, so that that thing will reflect in speaking. So, example, some people are not confident because in their mind mentally they prefix that I was not good at grammar, so I could not speak. So that sort of mental blocks also, or I would say hesitation. Okay, the moment as I was been seeing in India, if I ask one to speak out something means he or she feels hesitation. I could not speak in front of people, something like that. Mental blocks are more. So you have to break the hesitation, one's hesitation. That is also one challenge.
So, is the age also a challenge as a teacher to teach
Yes,
English? Like,
obviously. Based on age, mind, or concentration is not, means they could not focus on the things based on the age. So like up to 15, 16 years, really they focused. When they come to college, or their mind is almost, they don't listen. That is the problem. They don't listen. They don't do any sort of activities. Means apart from session, they never be part of the English. So only in the session they want to learn. After the session, again, they don't do any sort of exercise. That is also a challenge.
so, sir, speaking of English as a language, is it easier to learn it as a native language, or would you consider it learning as a second language as easier as it is as a native language?
Yeah, it's obviously easy, but you should have some purpose. The moment you connect with some emotional purpose, it is easy. You simply learn to please the people, it's difficult. Suppose you have a goal. So if you want to do a job in abroad, and you have some sort of family responsibilities like that, if you connect your language with some goal or emotion, it is very easy to learn. Or simply like in the classroom, you simply listen to the lecture or whatever teaching and do some workout. It's really difficult. You have to connect with one goal, then only they'll be motivated, or he or she will be motivated.
Sir, I want to simplify it. What is the difference between written and spoken English?
Written English, nowadays, if you want to communicate in the business, like business English, or if you want to, all the people they are not respond, they don't respond on phone. Suppose you want to communicate any superior, or obviously they don't pick the call, so better you have to write a mail. So that's the reason, as like a spoken English, writing also very essential nowadays, particularly business concern. Business concern,
Sir,
writing is much essential.
sir, talking about writing, what is more important, learning grammar or learning vocabulary?
Grammar plays a vital role in writing. Without knowing grammar, one could not write.
Right. Sir, my last question regarding speaking.
Yeah.
Students who speak perfect English yet are struggling badly with reading and writing assignments. Why is this so?
Vocabulary. So they are not having much word strength or vocabulary. One should build his or her vocabulary.
And if a student, for example, taking up an IELTS speaking test and he does not understand the examiner, how should he act at that particular moment? What do you suggest?
Like we have some filters, like, in my language, I could call, like that. You can use some fillers, like we can call language fillers. We can use language fillers also.
Right. And what about the fear of speaking?
That's what, like, what the other fellow thinks, that never, like, you have to ignore the things. The moment you ignore, almost a successful person ignores 99%. What the other co-fellow thinks, or what my neighbor thinks, you have to eliminate this sort of mental block. Earlier also I mentioned hesitation, because we have some predetermined mindset. If you want to learn, you have to commit a mistake. Simply, I would say, the more mistakes you commit, the better you become. Not
So
only
accent for
language, in
sure
life
doesn't
also.
matter.
Accent is not really essential. Your flow or fluency is much essential. Accent is
Right.
not the concern in IELTS or any sort of thing. Accent is not essential. But the moment you are speaking, people could understand. That's
Sir, would you mind mentioning which country you are based in right now?
which
Country you are living in right now?
India, Hyderabad.
Okay, so you are active online teacher presently.
Yes, I'm active.
Perfect. Perfect. So you don't mind if I recommend any student your ID, your Skype ID, or anything like that?
Sure, I can recommend you.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank
Oh,
you so much for
you're from
your
you're from
opinion.
which country?
I'm from Pakistan.
Okay, no worry. Pakistan or any country, learning is passion nowadays. One can build his or her skills every day. Like consistency is much important. And maybe there are some predeterminations. So and so religion, like that. They feel bad. So based on some sort of picture, I already did mention a predetermined mindset, based on religion, based on country. What happens if I communicate with him or her? It's like that. That is also one problem. People could not connect with the people. Maybe you didn't mention very beginning, that may be the issue also. Predetermined mindset one should not have. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
learning
So
is
I've had a
passion.
couple of Indian friends in Dubai because I've been to Dubai. You sound like Kolkata. You belong to Kolkata. Is that right?
No. I'm from Hyderabad. Means Telugu. My native language is Telugu.
Okay, okay. So great to talk to you.
Okay, fine.
It's amazing. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye
Okay,
bye.
okay. Okay, bye.